What is good, Guardians? Welcome to another Destiny 2 video from Ultimate Casual Gaming, the home for the casual gamer. I'm just flexing. In today's video, we're going to review all the public events in Destiny 2 and how you trigger each of them into heroic versions. Now, at this point in Destiny 2, most folks have figured this stuff out. However, I still get the occasional questions from players on specific public events that they may not have encountered as often and just aren't sure how they've triggered the heroic versions in the past. Others I've spoken to have just been flat out wrong about what they thought was actually triggering the heroic versions. But don't worry, we've got you. You really want these events to be heroic, folks, each time you do them. Why? Because it means more XP, more glimmer, and frankly a chance at greater loot. You can get an exotic regardless of it being normal or heroic, but I suspect your chances increase with the heroic versions. As always, if you find the information in this video useful, a like is truly appreciated. Now let's go ahead and get into the video. Now the first event is called the Fallen Glimmer Extraction. This is one of the first public events most Guardians have encountered due to it being in the EDZ near Devrim K. This public event is pretty simple if you're trying to complete it normally. 3 waves of enemies spawn in 3 different locations, and in each location there'll be these 4 extractors that you have to eliminate. 3 will appear initially, and once they're killed, a 4th will drop from a fallen ship, usually a captain. Eliminate that 4th, and you move on to the next location, or you finish the encounter. To trigger the heroic version, you must destroy 3 glimmer extractors that will appear on the ground roughly 10 seconds after you damage your first enemy. You must destroy this extractor before killing the 4th extractor. Failing to do this at any point in the encounter will stop you from triggering the heroic version. Once it's triggered, a pile of glimmer will appear on the ground, and you and your teammates must stand in it and defend it until it reaches about 100% extracted glimmer. You only need a couple of guardians on the glimmer pile at a time, as it doesn't appear to go faster with any more than that on it. There will be at least 1 major captain you'll have to defeat, but otherwise that's the extent of the encounter. Moving right along to the next event, this one's called CABAL Excavation. Now this one is pretty straightforward to complete normally. There will be missiles dropping down on your location throughout as you fight back wave after wave of CABAL. Do this while standing in a circle around the drill, and you're pretty much done. To trigger the heroic version, you need to keep your eyes peeled for the CABAL Thrasher ship that will drop in and stay while firing missiles at you as well. This usually happens somewhere around 25-30%, I think. I'm not quite certain of that. If anyone knows for certain, drop a comment. It will take off eventually the first time it comes around, but it will come back again once more. You must destroy this ship to trigger the heroic version of this event. If you do that, a large CABAL elite named Excavator Valis will appear. Take him down, and you completed this encounter. Next up, let's talk about the CABAL Injection Rig. This one also features CABAL, and the injection rig will appear and put a force field around the area, basically, of this drill to protect it. You can't shoot through it at all, whether you're on the inside or the outside. Along with a bunch of typical CABAL enemies, there will be high-level scions that you must take out, and this will occur 3 different times, so 3 different scions. Each time you take a scion out, the rig will vent, and flames will come out of it. The flames will eventually kill you if you don't get on the other side of that force field. However, in order to trigger the heroic version of the event, you'll need to shoot vents on the rig that will open once each time the scion is killed. The first set of vents you need to take out are high up on the rig. They're also the largest. You only have to take out one of the events to take all of the events out on 3 different sides, so just really target one of them. The second set of vents is located just beneath the upper vents. Now once you take out the second set of vents, you can do what I'm doing here to try to get out, or you can do what these guys are doing and run under the rig and shoot the third set of vent, the third vent that will appear. It'll open up right underneath it. It's a small one, and once you've done that, you've triggered the heroic version. At that point, an elite CABAL will appear, and this time he's an infiltrator Valis, and take him out, and you'll finish the event and collect your prize loot. Next up is the Fallen Ether Resupply event. This one appears on NESSUS and in the EDZ. To complete the normal version of this, you simply destroy the large servitor. Straightforward. To trigger the heroic version of this event, you'll need to destroy all of the smaller servitors that will appear throughout the encounter to protect him. The toughest will be the 3 servitors that will appear at once. These will eventually disappear if you don't destroy them, so you need to be quick about it, and once all the smaller servitors are destroyed, you'll trigger the heroic version. The large servitor appears to get a large chunk of his health back at that point, and you'll have a couple minutes to take him out. Do so, and you complete the event. Our 5th public event is called Vex Construction. In this encounter, you'll see a complex appear that you have to protect. You have to prevent up to 10 Vex from reaching it and integrating into it. The regular version is a holdover from original Destiny, so this should be familiar to a lot of folks. To trigger the heroic version, though, you'll need to find 3 different Vex plates scattered around the conflux. You can tell where they are by following the beams of light extending from the conflux. Once on the plates, you need to stay on them until the counter reaches 100. And once it does, it'll self-destruct. You'll have at least one fanatic appear and come at the plate continuously over and over and over again until the plate disappears. Once you've done this on 3 separate plates, you'll trigger the heroic event. And at this point, a mob of Vex are going to appear, and I mean a number of them that are very high level. In particular, an elite Hydra will appear right in front of the conflux. You got to hold off these enemies, again preventing 10 of them from reaching and integrating into the conflux for about roughly another minute and 30, and then you're done. Our 6th public event takes place on Titan and involves destroying a fallen walker. For the normal version of this event, simply destroy the walker and you're done. To trigger the heroic version, you'll need to get access to all the scorch cannons located in 3 different locations around the walker. The scorch cannons are protected by some type of force field, so to disable those, you'll need to get charges from the fallen walker. The walker will drop these charges once you've disabled him by damaging one of his legs. You'll need a total of at least 6 charges to trigger the heroic version, so you'll need to disable the walker at least twice. Once the heroic version is triggered, another fallen walker tank will be dropped in, and you'll need to destroy both walkers to successfully complete the event. Of course, you'll have access to scorch cannons once you take all the force fields down, so they should help you make short work of the walkers. Our 7th public event type is the Taken Blight. This is one of the more challenging encounters, as you'll have a number of things to contend with to complete this event. First, under normal event conditions, you'll just clear 3 different waves of Taken. They'll appear on different places on the map. What can complicate it, though, often is there's a high value Cabal target that often appears, usually around the first wave. So you have to contend with him while still trying to complete the event. To trigger the heroic version, you'll need to dip in and out of these blighted areas that are right next to the large blight in order to put damage on that large blight and the protective shield that surrounds it. There's a buff that'll occur when you go inside of that blighted area and come back out. It will last for roughly 5 seconds, so you'll need to stay near those blights and likely take damage while trying to put as much damage on the larger blight as possible. Once you've been able to destroy the large blight, you'll trigger the heroic version of the event. This will feature a high level Taken captain named the Blight Maker. So you basically have to eliminate him, you complete the event. And then the final event is called Witch's Ritual, and this is exclusive to Titan. In this event, you'll need to kill 2 wizards on the left and right side, well, 1 on each side. This will lead to another hive enemy appearing that you'll also need to kill, and this will cause the plates on the left and right to light up. Above the opening where the enemies are spawning, you'll see 2 protected crystals. The shields will disappear after killing the 3rd major enemy while you're standing on the lit up plates, and once both crystals have been destroyed, you'll effectively trigger the heroic version of the event. A large knight with a sword will appear and will need to be taken out to complete the event. So that's it for the 8 public event types in Destiny 2 and how to make them heroic versions. I hope you found the content helpful and certainly appreciate you watching. If you did find the video informative, a like is certainly appreciated and helps us out. Of course, if you want more content on Destiny 2, remember to hit that subscribe button and click on the bell next to it to get notifications when we post new videos. That's all for now. A sincere thanks to all you gamers out there, casual and hardcore. Let's go and get our game on.